We are in the very beautiful and very windy, as you can see, Cape Town in South Africa. And the reason why we are here is to drive Audi's new updated Q8. Yeah, as you can see, if you are familiar with the Q8, you'll know that this is a very mild update. So pay close attention to the video because I'll show you exactly what's changed. And let's begin right here at the front. Now, one of the things that has changed is the grille, but what they've done is they've just colored it differently, and also the inserts here now, they are this trapezoidal shape with some L segments in here. Currently it's all black, but there are versions like the SQ8 which will have contrast colors in there, and it does look really quite nice. The other bits that have changed, of course, is down here. The inserts again are changed, the overall shape remains the same. But one of the bigger and rather the only functional change that you will see is in the headlights. Now the headlight technology on the various trims, Audi have a standard LED, they have the matrix LED and the HD matrix LED with laser lights. And the laser high beam lights up the road brighter, and the matrix technology of course adjusts constantly to the oncoming traffic. And that's what this car has. And this little blue segment here, I don't know whether you'll pick it up in this bright sunshine, but that signifies the laser lighting technology. And with the new HD matrix lights, you can also set a different light signature pattern to give your Q8 a unique look. And at the side, there's only the model description subtly inscribed in the B pillar, which is now standard on all new Audis, and new alloy wheels with rim sizes in 21, 22 and 23 inches. The 23 inches though are only on the SQ8. Now at the rear as well, the sheet metal and in fact even the molds on the bumpers do remain the same, but some detailing that has changed. And a functional element is the tail lamp unit here, which is the OLED display, and it does have customizable lighting display. It has a different welcome and a sort of drive away sequence as well, just like the front headlights too. Another functional aspect though is if you are stationary at a traffic light and there's a car coming up and your car senses that it's too close, all of the lights will just light up really bright to kind of warn the person that, hey, we're stationary here. On the inside too, things are pretty much the same, which means you get a spacious cabin even at the rear where there's enough head and leg room. Features too, expect the same as before. So there will be a 4-zone climate control, a panoramic sunroof, massage and ventilated seats, Amazon Alexa on board, an HUD and a B&O hi-fi system, to name some of the highlights. Okay, so like I said, over here inside, nothing much has changed. In fact, it's pretty identical. It's identical to the Q8 before, which is a good and a bad thing because of course quality is great. You know, the knobs like this, they operate with a really nice sort of slick feel, a quality feel to them. The steering wheel feels just nice to hold, but at the same time it does look all too familiar now, and it is due for an upgrade. That is coming to Audi across all of their cars, but it will only debut with the Q6, which will follow later. So right now the Q8, the updated Q8, has the familiar twin screen MMI system. So you've got twin screens here to handle, of course, the infotainment and your HVAC controls. I'm not a fan of these because you've got to take your eyes off the road and hit exactly that point that you want. It does have haptic feedback, but you still have to take your eyes off. The seats are supportive and shaped quite nicely to give you a snug but not tight feel. These ones are the S trim seats, so we'll have to see which ones the India car gets. For now though, let's head out on a drive. Powering the Q8 is the 3-litre V6 direct injection turbo petrol, which like before puts out an identical 340 horsepower and 500 Newton meters of torque. So power delivery from the engine is nice and even and strong, just as I remember it. So you put your foot down like this and it just shoots off immediately in a very strong, continuous, linear fashion, and you're pretty soon doing crazy 3-digit speeds. Audi claims a 0 to 100 km/h time of 5.6 seconds and an electronically limited top speed of 250 km/h. Cruising is also relaxed and the engine can even shut down completely when coasting between 55 and 160 km/h, with the mild hybrid system supporting all other functions. And refinement is certainly a high point of this engine. It's smooth and most of the time you will barely hear it. Though you can hear the tire noise coming through on a road like this, which really isn't all that's perfectly paved. And speaking of which, the ride quality is excellent and it soaks up bumps and ruts in a very comfortable and composed manner. So on a road like this, which is nice and twisty, and you've got a lot of turns around, of course gorgeous scenery, which I hope you can see outside, you really will enjoy the Q8 because the suspension, well, it's soaking up everything. And in fact, this road isn't really, tabletop smooth. It's a bit rutted with some of the tarmac washed away. Yes, that's rare to find here, but the Q8 remains relaxed and the steering too is nice and precise. Now into corners like this, you can really attack them and it's fun. The Q8, it keeps level composure, steering weighs up nicely, so it's very familiar like the previous car, which is what it is essentially. As you know, this is just a facelift and a very, very minor one at that too. So on a road like this, you come up to turns, you can really enjoy the way it leans in. A dip like this will not upset the car too much. So it really is an Audi that you would like to drive, as is this road. I mean, just look at it outside there. We are hugging a mountain, so on the side behind here is the mountains up ahead, and perhaps on the way back you'll get a glimpse at the mountains, but this side, it's all along the coast and it's just beautiful. If you do like to travel and are thinking about South Africa, then Cape Town is definitely a place you want to have on your list. Should the Q8 be on your shopping list though? If you're looking for something new and bristling with the next level in automotive tech, then no. The update is very mild and does not bring in that latest in interior technology that's just around the corner at Audi. It also doesn't have that oh wow factor. But on the other hand, as before, it remains a sensible package. It's spacious, has the basic luxury spec you would expect, it rides well and is fun from behind the wheel too. Plus, given that it's a mild update, when it finally arrives in the second half of 2024, it won't see a substantial price hike either. So expect a price of around 1.2 crore, which would be very good value. You really then have to weigh up your priority for a sensible buy or a whimsical one. In any case, you have a lot of time to think it over. Hello.
Come back quickly. You have posted something that needs to be deleted right away. Hello?
Really? But they said photographs are okay. Hello?
No,
hello?
they are not.
What? It says so, yeah, on the slide. Okay, I'll delete it. I'll delete it.
Delete it.
Thank you.
And the camera is free, so come back quickly.
I'm doing that. Okay, so there you go, some behind the scenes. That's the kind of thing that we have on press drives. There are embargoes and sometimes there are really complicated ones which allow you to post statics but no impressions, or opinions, or video also but no opinion, or only static. And well, this one said you could post a photograph but without an opinion and definitely no video. That's what I did, but turns out, well, there's some fine print in there that my Instagram post might have run afoul. So I'm gonna pull over somewhere and delete it. Turns out the post was okay after all, so we put it back up.